Hello, good morning. This is Scott. Today's Friday. Welcome to Friday, and welcome to the meditation. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're in a good space. And I like to do a brief talk, and then we'll get into a guided practice. And when I tune in this morning and deeply listen, what wants to be talked about is a little bit around the lens of, it's trust and faith as both helpers and blockages. We want to be able to trust, we want to be able to have faith. And perhaps the way that we have trust, the way that we have faith are somehow changing our life and maybe made sense years ago and in the moment now don't make sense in the same way. And so in this way, we want to make sense of faith and sense of trust from the lens with which we have now in this present moment. And there's a way in which we're challenged by life, by the teaching of life itself, not by me, not by your books that you read, but by life itself, by the life that you live. There's a way that life sets up instances for you to learn. And each time we have an instance of learning, we can either recognize it or not. Or maybe we partially recognize it, and this is good because we're seeing, we're starting to heal, we're starting to take on the experience of our life as a teacher, and that this experience we had that maybe was painful or difficult is something now that we are learning from, And this trust that I'm talking about is something that comes from recognizing the truth of the spiral of life, that when we learn, things come around again. And when they come around the next time, if we have the eyes to see them, if we have the ears to hear, if we have our heart in a place of, if our heart touches what's happening, then the spiral, instead of it being a closed loop, like a closed loop, it's a little bit open like a spiral, and it comes around again, but in a different way. And this means we are growing and learning, and we recognize the truth of that. We begin to trust more and more that life really, even though it may be hard and baffling and mysterious and challenging and blissful and awesome, it may be all of those things. But we begin to really trust that there's something deeper on a spiritual level happening that is allowing our soul to grow in this lifetime. And because of that honoring of that truth, we have a different way of thinking about our life. We operate a little bit differently, It's one thing to recognize patterns in your life, things that happen repeatedly. But it's another thing to really become aware of the learning. And that learning, I think, we begin to trust life a little bit more. Life with a capital L, life force energy, that which brings more life into being. It really is like a birth into this life. And in this way, I think that's what I'll say for today. There's obviously so much more to be said about something like that, but I think that for a Friday, that's good enough. Okay, So let's start with a practice. Today we'll do the Donna Eden technique. Make sure your feet are crossed at the ankles and that you take your hands up like this into your chest and breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Great for balancing the different sides of our energy body. Very good. And then we'll do 3 more. Great. And then coming out of that, and then making sure to flick away from your body to your energy body. Flick away from it. 3, 4. Good. Allowing yourself now to settle back in to paying a little bit attention to your body, gently placing your attention inside. Beginning to come in contact with areas of your body that feel warm, open, and present. Beginning to feel also the earth underneath you, your body's contact with the earth. And you can begin now the process of feeling and softening. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, and then on the out-breath, melting down through your body into the earth like warm honey. And everything that the honey touches is purified, healed, restored, cleansed, all the way down through your body, melting into the earth. In-breath, feeling your body, out-breath, melting down through your body into the earth. each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt a little bit deeper into the earth. And bringing your attention up into your heart, the center of your chest. And if you like, you can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. And on the in-breath, feeling your heart, and the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Coming in contact with your emotional landscape, your emotional experience, and just noticing what you're feeling right now. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in the shared space. And remember, whenever there is overwhelm, you can always come back to feeling your body and practicing feeling and softening. bringing your attention up into your head, you can place your awareness in and around your skull. And on the in-breath, you can, if you like, you could breathe in through your third eye or your crown, whatever feels correct for you. And just feeling into your head on the in-breath, and then softening and melting on the out-breath, tension in your head. And coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or how active your mind is. And just remaining uninvolved from your thoughts, you can come back to either feeling your head or your body for anchoring and grounding. If you notice you get pulled into a thought, just allowing your thoughts to come and go. Oh, very good. And then now we'll spend some time with our eyes open. So gently opening your eyes and allowing the work we just did to remain and not evaporate. And on the in-breath, feeling the space around you. And then on the out-breath, feeling the space inside you. And just noticing the difference between feeling outside on the in-breath and then inside on the out-breath. if you like, you can add in the qualities of love and compassion to your practice. Feeling love and compassion on the in-breath around you, and then on the out-breath, feeling love and compassion towards yourself. And you can just practice giving and receiving love and compassion. Very good. And then from here, we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up blessings and ripple out into the community. Amen. Great. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome Friday, and we're going to right into the weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.